Ivan Glasenberg has in fact upped the offer to 3.05. And with that, back to you.
Olivia, thank you so much. Now, Guy will be speaking with the chairman of Italy's biggest industrial companies later, but right now I'm joined by the chairman and chief executive of Mυτιληναίος Holdings, one of the largest industrial companies in Greece. Ευάγγελος Μυτιληναίος, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. How does it feel right now to be a Greek chief executive? The Troika is in your country. It's going to take 2 or 3 weeks to actually understand whether Greece will get this tranche of money. Are you just nervous of the fact that there's so much focus once again on Greece?
It's very tough to head a big industrial group, a big group in Greece anyway. It's very tough. We've been operating almost 3 years without a banking system. The liquidity in the real economy has dried up entirely, and it's really tough. We're trying to square the cycle, as I've said.
And at the same time, of course, you're so dependent on exports. So it's tough because what you want to try and speak to the international community. Is it tough because you're trying to sell? What kind of measures can you take within your company to make sure that actually you try and mitigate these very difficult circumstances?
Exactly what you said. We are trying to work on the export markets with success. We've reached more than 80% of our turnover in exports. We are trying to have positive cash flows all the time so that we do not depend on outside funding, these sort of things.
How difficult would it be if Greece were to leave the euro? Do you think that actually the eurozone will stay intact? And if you're in the export business, it wouldn't be such a bad thing if you go back to the drachma.
I have said that in the past, and I will not have a problem to say it again and again if necessary. As an export group, we would be one of the main beneficiaries of a drachma situation. We would be a drachma cost dollar sale company. But as a Greek and as a patriot, I want Greece to stay in the euro because the social devastation would be immense were Greece to leave the euro.
But the social devastation of the austerity measures at the moment is also so strong. I understand, you know, the proudness of a country wanting to stay in the euro, but if these austerity measures kill growth, if it also really hurts unemployment, then it would be social unrest, I guess, just like going back to the drachma.
Again, I agree with you. The austerity measures that come again and again, they push down the GDP growth. They push down the GDP further. The less the GDP, then you need more cost-cutting measures, more budgetary cuts, and the people suffer more, and then you have a lower GDP again, and it's a vicious circle. That's why, finally, after 3 years, we have to do, all of us, including our partners, including the ECB, we have to do something about growth. That's where money is going to come from, and that's how Greece is going to pay back its creditors and return as a normal partner in the Eurozone, because at the moment we are on probation.
I understand that you hope that Greece will stay in the euro because otherwise social unrest will be very, very concerning. But do you think it will? Will Greece be in the euro in 2014?
Okay, there are two sides here. It's our partners and it's us Greeks. Our partners have shown in many ways that they want us to stay, for our sake and for the sake of the Eurozone in total. Okay, some German high-ranking government officials, they make counterproductive comments. Okay, I go further than that. Mrs. Merkel has made it work. Exactly. They speak to their electorate again. So our partners want us to stay, ECB wants us to stay, IMF wants us to stay. We Greeks have to do our job now. What is our job? We have to finally set out the reforms. We have to finally start the privatizations. And of course, let's hope that these 11.5 billion budgetary cuts is the last round of cuts. The people cannot afford any more cuts. It doesn't make any economic sense anymore.
Ευάγγελος, we wish you and your country a lot of good luck. Thank you so much for coming in. Pretty Central, Ευάγγελος Mυτιληναίος, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer there of Mυτιληναίος Holdings. Now we're going back